Who is Randy?
Don't bring anyone mother into this.
Your mom in the fucking stand!
Dr. Joe,
Gosh.
as we air, this will be a part of our new episode. Do we have your permission to tag on to the end of this, the first interview where we were full of shit, now that people will know that that's what it was?
Absolutely.
Oh, thank
I'm okay
you.
with that.
Yes.
And I am.
How
Yes.
embarrassing
I really
for us.
appreciate no, the whole thing. It's a really redemption for me too. I really appreciate you doing this.
No.
I was told you're very nice people, and when I got off the first time, I was like, they don't seem like nice people to me at all.
No, listen, we genuinely, and then you can tell that it was genuine because, we could have we ended that first call and been like, whatever. We both in the moment immediately were like, hey, call him back. We felt the need to confess and to let you know because we felt terribly, because we were aware that it is your practice and that you were being genuine and you're a therapist and you help people. Yeah. And we felt bad that we had, bamboozled you. So it really was like we felt guilty and we didn't want to leave with that feeling that we had, manipulated you. So, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Of course.
And I appreciate that because it is very serious business to me. It's very serious issues. But I can also laugh about it and take a joke. So
yes.
Play it all you want.
You're the man.
Lovely.
Dr. Joe, thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us again. And best to you. I hope we get to talk to you again.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, both of you. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. So he gave permission. So we get to now show you the guys. Not just, because that was fucking incredible.
Yeah.
We get to show you, to be clear, the first time we had him on, where we planned a bit.
Yes.
And the bit was, without telling him. Because I thought it'd be funnier to do, now he said I would bid on the bit, but then it's acting. And we wanted to do a bit, We
wanted to get his real reaction.
Which was, he was genuine, but this is us pretending that I'm on the road, fucking guys, left and right. He's so nice about it.
It's pretty good.
Okay, enjoy. All right, we're super excited to be joined right now by somebody that we discovered on TikTok. We've since had a really just fascinating time learning about this, and now we get to actually speak to him. It's Dr. Joe Kort. You're here with us now. Dr. Joe, how you doing?
How's it going?
It's going well.
Nice
it's going
to meet
well.
you.
It's very nice to meet you. We I think came to discover you, probably the way many people have, where you had a video that you posted on TikTok where you made a very interesting point. You said something about, when a woman engages in homosexual behavior, we give her a pass. We go, it's probably going through a phase, or she's exploring, getting to know herself. Yeah. And then if a man does something like that, then we stigmatize them and demonize them and go like, oh my God, this is the end of the world. And this is sort of your field of expertise.
It is. I've been doing this. I wrote a book about it, and I have been doing this for quite a long time. Yes.
Now you mentioned briefly just a moment ago before we were rolling that a couple of the videos that, a lot of people watched and kind of got your name out there on that platform have been silenced?
Yes. So I did another video 2 weeks ago, maybe a few days and 2 weeks ago, and it was on the same topic, and that went super viral. And people are duetting and they're stitching and it's all over the place. And from that, I'm getting even more attention, but negative attention, where people are going through all my past videos that I talk about straight men having sex with men. And I think they're reporting them because they were live and fine. Yeah, they're getting the one you showed up there on cuckolding. Yeah, it's gone.
Really?
Wow.
Now, can you explain, because this is, I think, a real, eye opener to a lot of people. Because when I watch your video, and we got a copy of your book here, is My Husband Gay, Straight, or Bi, A Guide for Women Concerned About Their Men.
I can't wait to read this. I just found out about this. I'm so excited.
Yeah. So
thank you.
This is what I want to know, though. You read this, or the topic itself in the book, or you watch your TikToks, and how big of an issue is this? Because it feels like it's kind of an underground, unspoken of issue. or topic.
And it will stay, and it is underground, and it will stay that way as long as people keep reading the comments of what they're saying it brings out so many different things. First of all, it just challenges patriarchy. It challenges the straight man. Straight men doing this, they can't do it. If you read the comments, people are like, it can't be done for pleasure. It's all got to be forced or trauma, and
I'd love to disagree. Hello. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, wait.
Yeah.
Disagree on which part?
Disagree that like straight guys don't just do it for pleasure, that it's fun, like you go and you wrestle a guy and then, your dick pops out. It just happens.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, go ahead.
Dr. Kort, I'm glad you're here because Tom and I have been having this debate for years. We've been married for 15 years. We have 2 children together. And I don't know. Tom does stuff every now and then that kind of makes me question.
But I'm very open, like sexual. Yeah, I've done threesomes, foursomes, orgies. I've been with, women, guys, trans people. Like I just put it out there.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're like then one of the kind of men I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
How do you? All right. I didn't know that. How do you self-identify?
I identify straight as a straight guy. Yeah. I do.
This is what I'm trying to tell people.
Thank you.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people don't understand. It has to mean for whatever reason that it cancels straight. That's what I keep saying. And it does not any more than a gay guy having sex with a woman cancels as being gay or even a woman.
Thank you. That's very interesting.
But I'm so confused because what point is Tom gay? Do you know what I mean?
When is a guy, that's interesting. When is a guy gay? Like if you blow 4 guys in Palm Beach after the show at the Improv, are you gay then?
No, it's not about sex. I think people don't understand. We fought forever before me and after me, our community saying, don't define us by what we do sexually. If I'm never sexual another day in my life, I'm still gay. Gay is a romantic, spiritual, psychological, and sexual, right? It's just one of the components.
That's
an identity.
Yeah.
Oh, so Tom would have to have an emotional relationship with another man to be considered gay.
Not necessarily, because there are straight men that can have sex with a man and an emotional connection with the man, but only that man. That's called sexual fluidity. So we all have the capacity. I know. We all have the capacity to be fluid. Women, it was originally studied, have that capacity. They can be sexual with somebody, get it on with another woman, and she goes back to her heterosexual life. When men do it, we don't allow him to go back. And it's contextual. Mm-hmm. It's not like Tom's going to be on a beach all of a sudden looking at men the way I do. It's going to be an experience and contextual.
Thank you. Stop worrying so much. God.
Well, the other day I walked in on him and his trainer, and then they were in their underwear exercising, and it makes me uncomfortable because I'm like, well, you know what I mean? How do I handle these inclinations of his?
By having those kind of discussions. And then that's why I wrote the book for women, because it is uncomfortable, because you have been taught the way we've been taught, the way the men have been taught. To be straight means one way and no homo, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so then you walk in on that. Of course you think that way, and you got to be able to talk with them.
And this is the thing. You can
only trust.
It was, we started clothed, and then we were going through, because I had an injury. He's like, you want to see the way, your body's rehabbing. So we went through the exercises like shirtless and then shortless, and then, pretty soon I was naked. I don't know. It just happened,
Let me ask you something, because I know people will comment on this. Why would you say you're not bisexual? That's what people ask me all the time.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
don't know. I think because I've only dated women, and I like being married to a woman. I feel the most connection with women, and I think about women, so I just identify as straight. But, like sometimes like that day in the gym, that guy, the trainer, he blew me after we worked out,
I can't tell if you guys are joking or not.
No, I'm serious.
You are serious?
Yeah. Nice guy, though. Real nice guy. It was like right during the stretching.
Okay. I mean, I don't know you, so I can't, I can't, so in my office, I see people that have trauma, so they're reenacting trauma.
Oh.
I see people that have, other kinds of sexual interest around the exchange between the two men. Mm-hmm. But I would have to know you, but I wouldn't be able to. No one should be able to.
But so this is something, though, because we talk about me, but I'm more interested in in your, obviously, I know that it's a confidential practice, but how are you constantly then sought out by men who are struggling with this issue?
I have always been, because I'm a trauma therapist, I would always get the men and the women finding them more and more because of the internet, finding them looking at gay porn, looking at, maybe even being on Craigslist when you could hook up on Craigslist.
Yeah.
So there would be that. And so then there would be a confusion. And so sometimes, of course, the men are gay, and sometimes, of course, the men are bisexual, but often they're not. And so that's the distinguishing factor that I wrote about in that book.
And so let's say a man is married to a woman and maybe he does enjoy watching gay porn. Should he come to his wife and say, hey, like, at what point should he say something to the wife? Like, can they stay married? Because you do have a TikTok video.
Yeah, you talked about that.
Yeah, so how does that work exactly?
So ideally, he should be able to come to his wife. Ideally, partners should be able to come to each other around erotic and sexual interests. The problem is our culture doesn't allow for that. And so the reason men don't tell women is because once she hears that, she thinks he's no longer straight. And then there's no coming back from it. I've had couples crying in my office, divorcing over this. Great husband, great father, great lover, great everything. But I can't get past the fact that he is engaging in thoughts even about men.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's very
terrible.
upsetting. It is upsetting for me. I'm not going to lie.
I understand
upsetting.
because, and do you understand that how it would make her upset? Because from her point of view, not yours, it sounds like, you're secure with yourself, it sounds like, and you know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know.
I'm just afraid he's going to fall in love with a man and run away, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest.
I don't know him, but I know the men in my office that identify as straight. It's transactional sex. It's about getting off. It's about, there's even jack-off clubs for men.
What?
A lot of straight men.
Wait, tell me about this. What's this?
That there are jack-off clubs for men that men go to. A lot of gay and people think they're all gay and bisexual. They're mostly, but then there are straight men that are interested in jacking off with other guys. They're not touching other guys. It's about voyeurism and exhibitionism.
That sounds like a good solution.
I know. Where can we find these clubs?
That I don't know. I think you'd have to look up.
Online.
We have a staff
online,
here.
and
We have a staff here. You guys can put that in your notes. Okay, thanks.
Oh boy.
So
you know what the worst part is?
Yeah.
I'll tell you the worst part is that the men that enjoy receiving anal sex think that they're gay. And I have a line. I say to them, your anus doesn't have a sexual orientation. It doesn't know whether it's gay, straight, or bi. It's an anus. And it enjoys a prostate massage, which happens when you have anal sex. And so they want their wives to do it. It's called pegging.
Yes.
But if the wife,
I took her to a pegging class.
We took a class on it, Dr. Joe. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm open to it, but like if I peg him, he's not gay.
No.
But if he gets pegged by a man, then he's gay, right? Or bisexual.
No, because there are gay men that never have anal sex.
Oh,
Does that mean they're not really gay? You know, that they're not
so
into.
Confusing. Yeah.
It's confusing because you're still thinking behaviorally.
Yeah.
Now, I can't. There are a lot of women that like pegging their husbands. There's a lot of husbands that like to be pegged, and some men want to have a live penis that's attached to the person, but they're not thinking, God, the guy behind me is super hot. They're not thinking that. They're thinking, I am enjoying this guy. I can be submissive. I can enjoy my. Right, like a woman.
So as long as he's not like, ooh, it's the guy that's doing this to me, like I'm turned on by the man part of it, as long as it's just like the penis going into his anus, like, right, then you go like, it's not a dude doing it. You don't think about that part.
So there is some of that. And then I do like, see, this is going to be complicated.
I know.
Sometimes it is about the guy behind me, but it's not like me. I'm looking at all the guys on the beach that are attractive to me. That guy who's getting anally penetrated by the guy behind him, who might be into him a little bit, it's just that guy. There's something about this guy between us.
Yeah. I got it. Now, I want to go back to something. I know we discussed it, but I think a lot of people are going to be really curious on the clarity of when is somebody like gay because of like, you know what I mean? Because of their acts or thoughts, and when is it a straight guy engaging in an act with a man, but he's not gay? Like, what is that distinction?
Okay, so I always jokingly say I'm not a gay whisperer.
Mm-hmm.
If I was, I would be rich and having dinner with Cher tonight, not over here on your bike. I mean, I love your content, but I would be with Cher.
I understand.
Yeah.
So I can't tell. I really can't tell. What I can tell is how to help a man go inside. And in the book, I talk about 4 questions. The first question is, does he have any childhood memories or youthful noticing of being on crushing on boys, being attracted to boys. I have tons of memories of being in locker rooms and crushing on this guy named Billy and wanting him to be my first kiss. And I have so many gay and bisexual men have so many. Straight men who have sex with men have none. It's all women.
Well,
yeah, all women.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that okay. So that's
and
one.
what's
So number 3.
Question?
Number 2 is homophobia. The guys that are gay and bisexual are so gay, homophobic and biphobic. I'm too gay for them. They're never going to walk in my office. They want a therapist to talk them out of it. The straight guys have read my books, and better than any gay guy, by the way. They've read all my first books for gay men, and they say, if I'm gay, help me be gay. And I'm like, you're not gay. It doesn't sound like you're gay from what you're telling me.
Thank you.
So they also don't have any homophobia. They're okay with it. Do you have? You don't seem homophobic.
I'm not homophobic. No.
But that's a good point, because I think you said even in your TikToks that sometimes people are afraid to be gay because of their own internalized homophobia. And even the fraternity culture, you spoke about that, how doesn't like they do a lot of horseplay, gay stuff, and they're mocking it.
There's a guy that works here. I think you met him, Nadav, and he said that when he was being initiated into his fraternity, they did like this teabag challenge where you lay back and everybody dips their balls in your mouth. You know?
Yes. Right. And so everyone nobody ever puts in that article. These guys are really gay.
Yeah.
If they were. Right? But when men do it and they're men of color and they're on the down low, then people say they're all gay.
Right.
That's not okay.
That's not okay.
You can't have it both ways.
Okay. Next question. What was the next question?
The third one was the beach test. When you're on the beach, where do you see your attraction? Like for me, the women are in the way. I'm looking at the men. I'm not looking at the women, right?
Yeah.
So for straight men in my office, they'll say, I'm not looking at men. I'm not turned on by men. I'm turned on by women.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah?
Same. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure
so far we're still straight.
And then the fourth one, what's the fourth question?
The fourth one is, who do you want to come home to? In other words, where's your community? Where do you feel at home? I feel at home with the gay male community or the LGBT community. The straight men will say, I want to wake up to a woman. I'm interested in women and being with a woman.
Yeah.
You're still there?
Pretty much.
All right. We're going to stay married.
All right.
Now, can a fully gay man, stay married to a woman? How does that work?
Yes. So how it works is they end up opening up their relationship, and he ends up being able to be sexual, and they negotiate that together.
Yeah.
They negotiate. So she has partners on the side or whatever. He does.
She may or may not, but a lot of therapists judge these couples and force the straight one to come out. Not force, but sort of like, this is what you need to do to the gay spouse or bi spouse. You need to come out and go on with your lives. And I've never been that way. I feel like marriage is between two people. And what you decide it's going to be for you, not what Joe Schmo outside of here decided.
That's a really good point. It's so that everybody individually, every couple decides the definition for them.
Yes, and in gay male relationships and lesbians, it's exactly like that. Because we're out of the norm, right? We're not into heteronormativity. We decide what we want on our own.
Yeah. I know a gay couple that they crush ass on the side, like, and they have an open dialogue about it. Like, I hooked up with this guy today at the park or whatever, and they just but they're both cool with it. Yeah,
that's the key though. They have to both be cool with it. They have to have discussions.
I wouldn't mind if Mother Teresa came on board too, if you know what I mean. Over here.
No. Okay.
Well, you want to go on a gay cruise, and I don't want to go. I don't want to look at gay guys throwing beads at each other.
But it's not a gay cruise. It's a sex cruise.
Right.
So it has everything. It has like little people.
But I feel like I do enough for you because we watch gay porn while we're having sex. Isn't that enough?
Yeah, sometimes. I like to mix it up, man. I like fireworks. I like that Yeah.
I like that you guys are having an open conversation about it. That's the most important thing. That's all that matters.
He doesn't give me any other choice.
Can I tell you something else I'm into?
Always telling me stuff.
Amputees.
Okay. Yeah. I know that that's a fetish. I don't know what it's called, but I know that exists.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm most attracted to actually female amputees.
You're just telling me this one?
Yeah. Something I've been getting off to quite a bit.
Oh boy. Okay.
I like the fantasy of like helping them when they're like,
oh my God.
Can you get the door for me? And you're like, yeah, but it comes with a price, that kind of thing.
But let me ask you something. Do you also acknowledge how hard this is for her?
Yeah. Do you?
Yeah, I think so. I just bought her.
That has to have Go ahead.
I bought her jewelry last week. Like, hey, I know.
No. I mean, really being empathic. That you have your fantasies. This is what I would do in a room: is help you understand.
So how do
what
I
this
do
brings
that?
up for her.
Yeah, tell me.
By asking her to talk about it, and you just listening and validate. Like you would say, I hearing it from her point of view, not taking away your point of view, but I can see. I don't know if this, I'm on your show, so I don't know what's going on, but. You look like it's not completely comfortable for you.
Well, it's I'm getting used to this. He's always told me jokey jokes about it. Like, oh, back in college, my friend and I would horseplay or this and that. And I was like, okay. And then now it seems like lately it's just getting more and more concrete. These things like walking in on him and the trainer. And we've been watching a lot of gay porn in our own sex life and stuff. And we did do that pegging seminar, which was like, haha, at the time. But now I'm like, oh, this is real. So it's newer, I think.
Yeah.
And
so it's
then,
evolving.
And then he asked me to get these bangs, and I was like, okay, because I think an old friend of his looked like Justin Bieber in college or whatever, and he wanted me to do this. And then he wanted me to get this nose ring, and this is like because his other friend from college had it. And then he's like, I want you to strap your breasts down a little bit. They're too big, like stuff like that. So I'm like, I'm getting a little nervous.
Yeah, I see what you're meaning, though. I should just listen to her,
Right, and validate how this might be difficult for her to come around to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm listening right now.
Thanks. All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's listen.
Yeah.
Should I charge you for this?
I mean, I think so. At this point, it's fully a session. So, all right. So people can get the book, Is My Husband Gay, Straight, or Bi? A Guide for Women Concerned About Their Men. They can also follow you on TikTok, Dr. Joe Kort. Do you post on other platforms too?
I do. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Twitter. I'm on.
And it's all Dr. Joe Kort?
It's all at Dr. Joe Kort.
Okay. And hey, man, like when we both tour, when we're in Michigan, are you going to come to a show?
I would love to. I would love to. Yes, I've been watching some of your stuff online.
You're just fantastic, and thank you so much for doing this.
You're very nice,
work.
and I feel like you really open people's eyes. I could tell you're a really kind, empathetic
Sweet guy.
Yeah, and it's
thank
nice.
you very much.
It's nice to talk to you. I'm gonna listen to the old ball and chain yap here for a while after this one, but thanks so much for talking with us.
Thank
today.
you so much, Dr. Kort.
All right, thanks for having me.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
All right, see ya.
Bye. So there it is.
Was that mortifying for you?
Well, it's
hard for me.
What it is I really just feel like I feel bad for doing a bit like that, and it not considering that that's his work, and that he was actually trying to be helpful. And so I can see why we felt guilty,
Of course. And look, in comedy, you take swings at things.
Take swings, you got
and
to.
that's and you just saw us bomb is what you saw essentially is a bomb because it didn't go as we had wanted.
It happens all the time.
And and by the way, in comedy, in life,
to.
You swing for the fences, you fucking miss, and we missed, and that was a miss, and you guys got to see it.
Yeah, you guys got to see it.
God. But we redeemed ourselves and we made friends with him, and it's all good.
Yeah, and I do think he is a genuinely good guy who cares about this field.
And he has great teeth and great hair. Good for him.
Good for him for having both great teeth and great hair.
Yeah.
Hello, and thank you for watching that highlight. If you want to see more of those, we have them. They're provided for you. So enjoy. Just do a deep dive like you're trying to study us. Click on these and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, and then they'll just be delivered to you. And you can watch them when they come out. Please do it.